And you get a free pony, and you get a free unicorn, and free tuition, and free prescription drugs, and free daycare. This was what we hope is Kathleen Wynne's last provincial budget. You know, the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Margaret Thatcher, once said, the problem with socialism is you eventually run out of other people's money. Jamie Wallace, is this budget even realistic?
Well, this isn't a budget. This is a Ponzi scheme. It's a last-ditch, desperate attempt by a premier whose government's on its deathbed. There's zero chance that they've actually managed to balance their budget as they claim, and they're looking at 6 years of deficits to pay for a whole raft of unrealistic promises.
There will be hundreds of thousands of kids who will have literally free tuition or better than free tuition.
We are introducing OHIP Plus. Starting next year, OHIP Plus will make prescription medications free for children and youth 24 and under.
And of course, they are going to be kicking the financial can down the road, saying that you're going to have all of these wonderful free things if and only a Liberal government is re-elected in June, thereby putting the Conservative leader, Doug Ford, in a pretty awkward position.
Well, there's a horrible mess waiting for whoever gets into power after this election campaign. The auditor just this past week referred to the government's hydro rebate figures as bogus accounting.
Could we have the money now?
And the range of promises they've made, free childcare, free tuition, free prescription, all of that stuff that has to be paid for in the future. But there's the stuff that they're already trying to fund right now.
This is not the time to pull back or to make deep cuts.
Hospital money for hospitals to pay for shortening wait lists. All of that type of infrastructure has been so badly mismanaged, neglected and ignored for the past several years that it's a disaster for whoever inherits it.
All right, some would even suggest that this Liberal government in Ontario has tacked so far to the left that they would even make the NDP blush at this point.
There's no question about this. These they've often been referred to as being left of where the NDP was in the 1970s. It's this utopian notion that the Wynne Liberals have embraced, that somehow you can live on a credit card, somehow that you can buy your way into prosperity. And the reality is we've seen 75,000 manufacturing jobs leave from Ontario. We've seen an explosion in part-time work. People have never been more pessimistic about the future. We've had hospital cuts, nursing cuts. It's been a disastrous 15 years for Ontario.
All right, and some of the highest debt and deficit rates this country has ever seen. And remember this, today's debts are tomorrow's taxes. So is this budget, in fact, cooked books, as Doug Ford, the PC leader, has said? Log on to Facebook and Twitter and let us know what you think.